Hey, okay, I guess we live. Hold on. I'm gonna try to let me hook up my mic real quick. Where is that? Where's that other piece? Well, okay, there it goes. Yeah, yeah, man. I really wanted to be there for that premiere, y'all. Yeah. What's up, Lou? Cajun Randy, Karen. Yeah, I really wanted to be there for that premiere. Uh, but I was out. Uh, I went to a weekend market to, gather some content and, had an experience. And yeah, I got caught on a boat that takes you over uh, back to the bus station or the train station where I need to go to, make it back home. So while the the bus was, I mean, the ferry was on time, but it wasn't on time. Like, so, and how I could have fixed that is just by setting the premiere back some, but I was just caught up in everything that was going on. But yeah, so what I want to do now here is watch this video live with everybody. I wonder what y'all think about that, because we gotta talk about that footage. I really want to watch it live with y'all. I really want to be there for the premiere. I saw, yeah, I didn't go all the way back, but I saw like, yeah, it was a lot of engagement still going on. So I appreciate it. It doesn't. Again, this is not about me. This is, you know, I just feel like y'all embrace me, so I'm a part of it. But you know, but I wanted to get y'all what y'all thought about this video. Yeah, so wow, it's almost 12:10 here a.m. Everybody, put what time it is where you're at right now in the time zone. Yeah, he said, "Go ahead and play it." All right, hold up. I was seeing if here we go. I wonder what he said to this guy right here. Hey, it's all good.
And then come back. And then security came up and told me I had to leave the area. Uh, then they called the police. This sergeant right here was there, and
So let me. This is good that I can uh, stop the video. So this is the building, the municipal building next door to the city hall where Mercado apparently does security or something. He's just right there at the front desk. So he's like a security guard for that building. He works front desk. So I was up here already. I was having issues with my GoPro by the time, because remember, this is after all of that madness that y'all saw in the previous video, plus the footage that the body cam footage didn't show, like when I first got there. So, my GoPro was really like almost burned out. So I was in between switching the battery, and I sat the camera down facing the wrong way. But what happened when I first walked in is uh this woman right here, which you can tell her body language is closed off. She's not trying to hear nothing I got to say, and it's ridiculous. And she's here. Um, she's afraid of her, and yeah, but yeah, that's what's going on right
So
here.
yeah, so the
And she, I don't know why she. I'm gonna let.
complaint was she never came back to help me. She just left, you know, and called security when she was in the middle of telling me what services she provides in that department.
And what is your, well, what were you going to see her for?
I had an already before he came up here and started this recording. I had already said it, just like I kept telling Mercado over and over and over and over and over again, really clearly what I'm doing. Or it's
I just told you. I was asking her what services does she provide in that office.
look how many I
Why I
said.
was up there to
Look
ask
how
her
many times I
what
said
happens in that office.
two, three
What does
times,
she do there? What services
three
is
times,
provided in that office? That
three
was the
times,
question.
three times, three times.
Do you not understand that?
Oh, I'm just trying to figure out what kind of
Hello.
question, what you're trying to get answered, because
Come on now. What is that, man? Holler Magazine Costa Rica. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, but I I'm a respectful person. I wasn't brought up to be disrespectful towards people. We just don't tolerate disrespect.
I can't help you with that information. What kind of
Hello.
question, what you're trying to get answered, because I can't help you with that
She's saying she can't help me.
information.
She doesn't want to
Well,
help.
I'm not
No,
sure
that
what-
apparently
How do I file a complaint about
he's
it?
up here in HR now.
Really clear.
I get, do
Look.
you know, does that name sound familiar? Wilcox, it's Wilcox.
Now
is the
she
last name?
now she like, come on now. What is going on here?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you let Robert one know?
And the security guard for
All right.
one
Thanks.
Eli
And here's
when I was
Mercado
MO1.
in a puffin, like, bro, it's you the one who's
I'm
stressing yourself
10-4.
out.
I'm currently up on the 5th floor with the same subject.
I mean,
Wow.
if security
Listen
has
to her.
asked you to leave another area, then you really
She
should
don't know
It'll be
what's
a
going on.
continuation. We're just relocated to a different building now.
continuing the process.
Now we're at
That's why
306
we
Jackson
have to
Street.
come up here. Because if you had already been told to leave and you're still here, then it's
So you're not gonna help me in refund. And I get somebody else gonna help me.
I'm thinking Mercado is a
I don't know what to help you with, sir. I don't know what, I don't know this person you're looking
The process
for.
of
I
filing a
don't know.
complaint.
You can, on the City of Tampa website, there's a customer service portal that you can provide that information to.
Okay, and what's your name?
My name is Rebecca Carr.
I wasn't sure what exactly I put it Rebecca Carr. If is that what y'all heard too? Because I don't know if that was her actual car was I don't know if it was car or it's something like that. I don't think that's an actual name. That might not even be her name. She was just saying that. But look at her. Look at her body language for no reason. Like for no reason. She should be relaxed. I'm the only one relaxed there. Everybody else is all hostile towards me. I don't for what? I'm not doing nothing.
How did you get up here?
When you
Here's
got-
this guy. What do you mean?
I
How do I get?
took the elevator.
All right. Did you see the sign downstairs that says you have to sign in?
No,
You didn't see none of the 3 signs?
no.
There's 3 signs downstairs that says visitors must check in. Okay, for the same reason that we had the discussion next door, is that although this is a public building,
Hold on. So hold on.
Is this a restricted area?
it is.
Now he's calling this a restricted area. Obvious, you see the couches, the magazines. What are you talking about? There's couches and magazines in there. How is this a restricted area?
Okay.
Which is why you see people here,
Listen here.
because it's a controlled area.
What?
So I don't know how you got up
How did that make sense?
here.
Restricted area?
It is.
Okay.
Which is
It
why you see people here, because it's a controlled area. So
Come on now. Did that make sense to y'all? What he just said? Any type of sense at all?
why you see just can't walk around the building.
Is this a restricted area?
It is.
Listen,
Okay.
Which is why you see people here,
it's a restricted area,
because it's a controlled area.
which is why
So I don't know how you got up here.
It's control area. What?
But I'm asking you to
Then he asked me, how did I get up there? I literally just told him.
leave the building right now.
Okay. Well, they're in the middle of helping me.
Okay.
I just,
Right now, he was being even more aggressive than he was in the previous encounter. He's even more aggressive. At this point, I'm not trying to deal with
you can go on this public website, there's a customer service portal that you can provide your complaint to, and then it can be farmed out to the appropriate people.
what?
Okay. So what did you write down? The
Tanya Wilcox works for the city clerk.
okay.
So I don't know if this is, I don't even know if this is true, but the Tanya Wilcox was the lady who ran away when I walked in the city hall, that area where you got to get buzzed into, to the one Mercado was calling a controlled access, whatever. She's the one who I talked to, and I was asking her questions about services in that department, and she ran away. She said she was gonna go get someone because I guess she didn't want to be on camera, and never came back. Now I'm just sitting in that office, and that's when the security guard came up one time with one of those somebody else who worked there, I guess. Then they went down, and that's when he went to go get Mercado, and Mercado and him came up there. So all of this was that's who Tanya Wilcox was, or what did she say?
Tanya Wilcox works for the city clerk.
She works for the city clerk, but she wasn't working in the city clerk office. So I don't, that doesn't make sense, but
Okay.
nothing here makes sense.
So so you don't take complaints here?
This is not a complaint office. This is a human resources
Listen,
office.
Right.
They don't do complaints here. You want to file a complaint, you go online and file
Well,
a
the city
complaint.
clerk told me that this is where they would be able to help me with that.
With filing a complaint
Correct.
against the employee there,
Mercado is an idiot.
well, you have to do,
And to find the information for the security guard that works there.
well, you have
This
to,
lady was actually helping me out with that.
the security guard works for Allied Universal. which
Yeah, it
is
says
a
that on his.
which is
So
a
you can be
contracted
able to
service.
provide that name.
Yeah, that's a contracted service that has nothing to do with the city. So you'd have to contact them to find out
They horrible.
what his name is and all his
They
information.
horrible.
As far as the other city employee, what is it that you're doing, Kim?
Look at it.
What is it that you're doing? You already provided him
What
the
is
name?
Ricardo there for?
Well, he had the names
Okay.
that he needed, so.
So at that point, that's all I require
You
to
already
release
know
you.
what it is
So I'm
for
gonna ask you to
Ally.
leave the building.
And you're saying, so if I don't leave, what?
I'm gonna trespass you from the building
Yeah,
because you didn't have authority to be up here.
What are you talking about?
Here we go.
What is he talking about? I don't have authority to be in a public building. And it's people who, it's not many, but it's people out there that actually think that I'm the person doing something wrong here. But anybody with who can see this and think, well, why is it so much animosity when somebody goes into a public building with a camera? Why is that? You would think if that's why it's good to get the other side of that, where you got the chief of police saying, yeah, sure, go ahead. That's how it's supposed to be, and say, yeah, or we're gonna at least educate, our law enforcement. That's why with Tampa, I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to the chief of police and probably send him these videos and see what he's gonna say about this. I'm sure he probably already seen it because they pretty much know my name, everything. So I'm thinking they pretty much seen it already. Not this one, but when I originally released the story, uh, a couple months back. But yeah, Tampa is terrible, and you know, as far as how they are conducting business, I don't know. That's all they're doing. They don't have any regard for the public at all. It's a real horrible thing out there. And I never would have thought Temple was that bad. But yeah, let me get back to the video, y'all. Oh, let's see. Stephen St. Germain says, what are your credentials? Do you have a PhD in City Hall management? Ha ha ha. You see how not funny that was? But what credentials? You talking about the Constitution? The rights of when we were born? What are you talking about?
Y'all are horrible.
DG audits.
All right. So where is the police department?
Police department's across the street.
You should
This is one of the
report
three
this
signs that
to
you missed.
the city council.
Go out the door, turn right, go across the street. That's
Yeah,
where
man. I told this
the
to
police department is.
his sergeant right before.
So
It-
so am I
it-
trespassed from this building?
You're not trespassing yet.
So
A few
I'm
people
free to
know
stay.
it, but the ones who
If
know,
you want to
know.
stay, you can stay in the lobby.
I've been through a lot with this
You're not
city
going into any other
and
control
county.
access areas.
Oh. So get this straight. Where is the policy of the building? Do you have a building policy that says that this is the areas that you're saying are controlled?
No, he
See the sign
doesn't.
right there?
Because he's making that
Signs
up.
aren't law.
You
This
said
is not a law.
that
This is
sign
policy.
right there.
Oh, so it
What
is.
the hell did you
So
That's it
talking
right there.
So what?
Make sure
what law
you
would
you record this one too. I mean, I want to make sure you get everything.
Unlawful signs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another unlawful.
It's not
sign.
an unlawful
It
sign
has no law attached to it.
because there's not a law.
Did you hear that? Did you? Oh, I can't do that, man. We're supposed to, it's here people are, they're not you can't be making a lot of noise at nighttime. But anyway, did y'all hear that? That is crazy. I can't believe he just said that, but I can't believe it because I see it and we hear it. We have somebody like this with a gun in a position where he perceives he has some power. How? Come on. Do you trust that guy in the street? Well, he's not in the street, but do you trust that guy at all with a gun?
Make sure you record this one too. I mean, I want to make sure you get everything.
Unlawful signs. Yeah. Here's another unlawful.
It's not an unlawful.
It's not an unlawful sign. Listen.
Record this one too. I mean, I want to make sure you get everything.
Unlawful signs. Yeah. Here's another unlawful.
It's not an unlawful sign.
It has no law attached to it.
Because there's not a law.
Right.
It's a policy.
Right. So
Okay.
you're
So-
law enforcement, not
Right.
policy enforcement.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it
My
does.
job is
The
to
fact that
enforce
you-
Oh
this.
my
The
goodness.
fact that he doesn't know that is crazy. How do you not know that you?
Hold up, y'all. Is that not hilarious to y'all? Tell me that's not. He said it's not an unlawful sign. I point out that this sign has no law attached to it. He said, yeah, because it's not a law. We gotta laugh about it, or come on. That's who we have. Come on now. That's who the city of Tampa. That's who y'all paying for. Come on. I wonder how much it. See, now we got a FOIA request. I'm not the only one who has access to FOIA request this information and find out how much he makes for being in this position doing this and being that. What? I mean, come on. This is why I like to let them do a lot of talking.
You're
All right.
supposed to enforce laws. What law are you trying to enforce here? You're enforcing a policy,
Exactly.
and you're okay with that.
Absolutely. That's what I get paid to do.
What did you swear
Terrible,
the
man.
oath to?
Terrible.
I'm good.
Terrible.
Thank you.
Terrible.
You swore to uphold the Constitution.
And the laws,
Right.
which includes doing my job.
What?
This is not your job.
It is my job. I have things to do. So
Go ahead.
if you
I'm
want
not
to sit
stopping
down,
you. Go
if you
ahead.
want to sit down, you
Go
can
ahead
sit
and do
down.
what you got to do.
All right.
MM Enterprise. Exactly. It's like, what is he talking about? Let's say they hire cops IQ barely.
So Bespoke Post, they just send you a cool box every month.
Wow.
The value of every box is at least around $70, if not more. It's a pretty smoking deal. Beginning a month, they send you an email. You check out what they're going to put in your box. If you dig it, you don't need to do anything else. But if you don't like it, check out the other box offerings for the month.
Something is
Raj.
definitely up with him. Incompetent, just incompetent. He's a rogue, incompetent, hateful tyrant. That's all. The worst of the worst. That's why he probably got put in this position because he couldn't be out on the
So
street.
we know that law enforcement is now policy enforcement.
We got to see what his discipline reports, all that.
First Amendment,
Yeah. Public workers must be given a different constitution than the rest of us. Got to, got to. It's something. The worst of the worst. I can't believe I say this. What the unlawful sign? It's not all unlawful sign. There's no law attached to the sign. Yeah, because it's policy, not a law. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine playing this in front of a judge? Come on now. A judge that is a real judge, not someone just you know. You wouldn't be able to recognize a tyrant if you had one in front of you. Okay, I definitely recognize this one in the video. Cage and Randy question. Go ahead. Next time you should ask if they are no law enforcement since he was enforcing a sign. He said it isn't a law. He's I'm telling you, he's not listening to anything. He's a rogue, incompetent, like idiot. Like I can't believe he's in this position and has been in this position for this long. And I wonder, I need to know more about his entire career. Did he? I wonder, did he like assault somebody or even worse, kill them? I'm sure he got complaints. Sure he got complaints. Just want to be like, where do you have to be in your life where you feel like you got to do all this to have some perceived power that as soon as you take off that badge and that costume
Hey, how you doing?
and that gun,
How can I help you, man? Bar. Payroll? All right, can I get you signed for me?
them say, well, try to shoot him, we'll see. If he was a real tyrant, you'll already be dead. Okay.
Times 12:15.
He definitely wanted to take it there.
The receptionist will take care of you when you get it. The receptionist will take care of you. All right, appreciate it.
The only reason he didn't because I played it smarter. You try to match his type of energy. He's an idiot. He doesn't care about anything.
Did you get everything with the trees?
Yes.
In case you get arrested, one of
No,
these.
you're not in trouble.
Do you have the attorney?
Yeah, what happened was
No, but
I
do
talked
not
with
get back to
the harbor, and she said
when I
that
get back
what
out
they
there,
need
I
to do
will.
is the contractor needs to get with them, and they'd fill out the paperwork.
Okay, so
But
it's
he's,
All right,
but she
Casey,
said
man.
that if
they had to file for a tree permit.
yeah,
person's
if
control
there's nothing wrong with
a
the
lot of
tree,
channels.
then you
Yeah,
shouldn't take it down. But they still have to go through the tree permit issue.
Right, and then Mary, so did you get in touch?
if you
with
can't see
Mary?
how crazy
Yeah, and I gave the customer the address to
incompetent
the office over there so
this
they can go over there.
officer
So they were gonna
is,
go over there.
then
Okay.
Yeah.
you're either right there,
Worked out
you're
great.
probably right there along there,
Thank you too.
right
Hi,
along
Chris.
with
My
him.
new hire paper?
So
Yes. Can I have you sign
Again.
right there, please?
what's up, Melanie? Thank you for showing love. How great our Bill of Rights is. They really cling to stolen power, don't they? Yeah, they do. And that's what it
Right,
is.
just,
Like
Take the elevator to the
He
fifth floor.
just-
There'll be a receptionist
it's
there.
like
and she'll
ridiculous
help you fill
stuff
out your
like-
paperwork.
you understand? I already know what you. I already knew what you just said to me. Why you said, well, if you knew, then you understand. And
Forcing
yeah,
everybody
I
to
won. Like,
give up
come
their
on, bro.
Fourth Amendment right
How old are you? What's wrong?
into this building.
How do you think that's a win?
Introducing the hide and seek from Bellroy.
He's
A
absolutely
traditional wallet on the outside, it hides a few tricks on the inside.
How you even know these are the names of people? They don't. That's why this is bullshit. For some reason, they want all your information for what? It says for a security purpose.
You have to hit the button again. There you go.
Yeah, man. This was really, you know, my career. That's how I was on the premiere, so I can't say nothing. I just glad you're here. What's up? What's up, man? Does the wallet hide a badge? Does that? Oh, I don't know. Said do the wallet hide a badge. Yeah.
This is how the city of Tampa operates.
Yeah. This was terrible, man.
Like you.
I really wanted to be at that premiere.
How we doing?
I'm well, yourself?
Good.
But I like doing this too right here.
Yeah, well, I take you from here. Okay.
There's no work here anymore, right?
No.
No,
No.
we got rid of him.
Oh, but he retired?
Yeah.
Look how
Yeah.
There's 8 years.
he bet. What does he do all day except just try to direct people to, hey, you go
Alan
here
was
and you
here
sign in here.
12 years.
What? Like that's it?
20 years, 2 decades, seen 2 guys. That's crazy. Y'all have a nice weekend.
Take care.
Why does he think he has so much authority?
So
won't
if I
won't
sign
listen
in
to the
here,
law.
I can go
Won't listen to his own sergeant telling him
to the areas I need
to
to
leave
go
me
to, right?
alone in code. You know, I don't know if many people understood.
No, because
what
you're not a
was going-
city employee.
Hold on. So, on that visit when his sergeant came over, his sergeant was subtly telling him, or giving the word, hey, he's good to go. Stop making this go further. And what the sergeant tried to make it seem like was I was the reason it kept dragging out. But it really was Mercado who wouldn't listen to the sergeant because sergeant wouldn't be direct with him for some reason. He wouldn't directly say, no, follow my order to leave him alone. So that's why I say Mercado didn't even respect the sergeant that was out there. It still doesn't respect the sergeant because obviously I left from the police department. I don't remember if it was this day or a couple of days later, but I left that department from him, the sergeant, telling me, go do your thing. You're going to be good. I walk in, Mercado's there. He says, you can't just go up. You got to make an appointment. Well, I say, okay, I make the appointment. And he says, well, what are what's it about? And I said, it's not your business. He got mad and said, I'm trespassed because I hurt his feelings or that bruised his ego. That's the type of stuff you're dealing with in a municipal building. That and it's people who think that's okay. Most people don't because most people see that is absolutely it's disgusting behavior. Why would you treat somebody like that who's not doing anything wrong? Not only not doing anything wrong, but being respectful. But people like to, it's ridiculous what is going on, and the people of Tampa have to deal with that. we all have to deal with it, but the people in Tampa have to deal with it.
I still remember Alan.
I can go. So if I sign in here, I can go.
Hold on, let me-
So if I sign in here, I can go
Notice visitors must
to
check.
the areas I need to go to, right?
So he's security.
No, because you're not a city employee.
Yeah. So it's not a public building. I just look at him like, what
So
are you
this,
talking
this
about?
building is only for city employees.
City employees
I
and
can't believe it.
people that are going to be working for the city or people that have meetings scheduled here. You're neither of those.
Let's say small
So it's
male
not a
opinion,
public
it's
building.
got to be.
It is a public building.
'Cause what?
Obviously.
It-
How can it be public?
what's
It's
wrong
not
with you,
public.
man?
Like I explained to you, the other building, it's a public building. That just means the city of Tampa owns it.
You
That's
can't
it.
be that.
Yeah, but I don't think you know what that means.
You probably
I'm perfectly comfortable with the meeting of it. I'm not the one with the issue. You are.
Yeah, because you don't know your job or the law.
Okay.
So can you go ahead and ask your sergeant if it would be okay?
No, I'm not.
no not.
You're not gonna call your sergeant?
I'm not. My sergeant got better things to do.
Nah. I think the real reason why he wouldn't call a sergeant is because the sergeant was gonna tell him the same thing he did in the other building, just hopefully more directly this time, and I would be free to do what I was gonna do anyway. Now, I'm always free to go do it, but you can obviously see who really wants to deal with Mercado. Like you already can tell you can tell he doesn't he's incompetent. Like that's it. He's incompetent. Do you really want to trust that person with arresting you? And come on, you trust? Nah, I'm not gonna. No. And that whole county is, on some whole other, remember they got Blue Line, they got the Blue Line gift shop. Hold on, let me catch up on some of the comments. They got bullied in school all their lives, and when they get in a position where they think they have authority, they love to exert it to make them feel better. That got to be, I never understood nothing like that. Who feels that weak? And I'm not gonna say that, but thankfully I've been blessed to not be like that. The problem with Melanie said, the problem with government employees is that they can't stand the thought of equality. If they can even fathom it, man. Costa Rica say they are there to help. What do? Absolutely nothing. They don't do nothing. I went up there. She's looking at me crazy. I tell her 3 times in a row, and she still. It's like she can't even process what. Like what? What's wrong with you? That's why I asked her. I had to snap her out of. You don't understand that. She was just kept standing. Like, come on. That's who you got as the HR manager. Maybe it was my appearance that got her to a point where she couldn't really think. But it's Chaz, he goes home and beats his wife probably. It's either that or she beats him. And he tried to take it out on people, but I'm sure he probably would. Yeah, that's definitely high in law enforcement. So, but yeah, let's get back. Let's get back to this, man. It's absolute craziness.
So you're saying your sergeant has better things to do?
Yes, he has higher priorities than dealing with you because he already dealt with you. So we're not dealing with that again.
Well, we wouldn't if you wouldn't try to stop me from exercising my rights
Well, I'm doing my job, okay?
by violating my rights.
So nobody's violating your rights.
Yes, you are. The fact that you don't know that is crazy. And you really think you're not, which is sad.
Absolute, you know, horrible. He doesn't think it. How is this not violating my rights? How is this not violating our rights? How? How is it not? You are restricting my access to a public building and threatening to arrest me if I go in public. You're threatening to arrest me for going in certain public spaces. How is that not a violation? But again, he's like, oh, I'm not violating your, he's just saying that because he's on camera. He knows he's violating my rights, but he's trying to say he's not. But I've already informed him that he is. So
You're entitled to your opinion.
That's the
Hi,
constitution.
Jeff.
when I rewatch these, it makes me actually want to do even more follow-ups. Now I definitely want to go ahead and send that email to to the chief and let him see what's going on here, because we definitely need to address this. Watching it again, I laugh about it, but this is terrible. I can't believe this is going on with him. So I want to find out more about his discipline record and how much he gets paid to do this. And I'm going to uh, email the chief. Uh, let him know what happened and send him these videos, and yeah, go from there. But I'm sure if I wasn't the only one, it would, it would get the email would get read by somebody, and the video would get, somebody's gonna watch the video. Terrible.
You haven't read the Constitution, have you? No.
Not even the First Amendment. Not even the first one. That's why I can't believe it's the first one. It's the first one.
So we got law enforcement that he doesn't know anything about the Constitution. He swore oath to uphold it. Put his hand on the Bible and cares nothing about it. And think he's doing a great job.
Terrible.
Sad. Sad. He won't call his supervisor. You don't even have to call him here. You need to just ask him. Just like he gave me access to the other building. After all that stuff he said.
This, he was really still mad about that. Y'all know, like he couldn't really do nothing in the other building. Now in this building, he felt like this is my building, so I'm not even gonna call the sergeant because I already know the sergeant is probably gonna tell you that you can go anywhere that's public. But he didn't want his sergeant to have to come over there and do that, because obviously you see what's going on with him. But you know, that was the gist of that. And I really, like y'all see, I wrote, I shouldn't have said he gave me access to it, because, you know, all he did was uphold my rights after all of the cops explaining and all of the circle conversation that they created, but all the try to pull my mind this, you know, all the stuff that they do to get you off track to from your goal, which I always had in mind there. So after all that, you know, we went and, you know, continued to conduct our business. Here, it could have been the same thing, but I knew it was going to take a lot longer. And I couldn't be here all day, but I did stick around for a little bit.
So let me ask, will you arrest
And
me if I go back upstairs?
and I was frustrated.
I will.
Now, I've already let him know. I made him aware.
Excalibur, what's up, man?
He was violating my civil rights.
Hold on.
Uh,
Get back in the chat.
on camera saying that if I go back upstairs, he will arrest me, even though I'm not doing anything wrong. Actually, I'm doing a constitutionally protected activity. So, y'all, tell me what y'all think about that. Probably gonna do.
I don't even think I released this footage yet. From this, I don't know if the reason I probably didn't release this footage yet is because I don't have all the footage to put together. But I'm gonna go back and try to see if I have that footage, if y'all want to see that. Like from my perspective of this encounter. Because remember, I told you I went to the building right after, but I didn't have that footage out yet. Okay, so let's see. It'll be interesting to go in each cop's history and find out what happened to them in school. Narcissist and psychopath gravitate to police. He definitely a psycho. Definitely, uh, I guess yeah, narcissistic, because he thinks, I don't know what type of brain he is using to think with, but like I said, I'm glad the FBI is finally raiding the police 2 times last week. Yeah, man, that it's ridiculous. Come on now. But I'm sure that probably was a money thing. That probably was over money. Melanie says the cop doesn't know our rights because they would ruin that would ruin his fun. Yeah, I believe they know the rights. They just want the game is to figure out who doesn't know it. And then they play that game so long and they see so many people don't know that they forget that some people do know. And they've been doing it bad so long that now they think the way they're doing it is the right way, but it was the wrong way the whole time. Just a lot of people didn't know and put light on it. If that made sense. Michael says, what happened when a cop? I'm not gonna read that. Let me see. I will call on to complain though. I definitely am going to do that and also email the chief. You know, we want to start going to the chiefs. Oh, I want to show y'all something too. Yeah, after this video, I'm gonna show y'all something too. Hold on, let me just catch up on the chat. Okay, they did everything to provide services you came in there for. Oh, I was gonna say what? They said they did everything but provide the services you came in there for. Exactly. It's I don't get it. The people have to deal with that living there. Like, come on. And I thought about moving to Tampa. You know, what I know people hate about this is when you start doing it, you realize, man, I should have did this before and find out what type of county I was investing, my money into. Like, what county am I buying property at? Is it a county that treat the people like that? Come on now.
Y'all let me know.
I don't know if y'all can tell or what, but I have had back surgery. So if you notice,
I can help you.
I'm kind of crooked a little bit. I had back surgery.
Okay, I take that for you, unless you need to decide.
Okay, yeah,
I was
thank
hit
you.
by a car when I was young.
Understood.
It kind of
All right, thank you.
triggered
All right.
my back. You know, not be the way it's supposed to. I ended up having to get surgery for it. I was like maybe 11. Yeah, it was major. They cut through my rib and all.
What's that? No, this one's open. It's open.
The guy yelling at that man. It's open. Like, bro, chill out. Yeah. Whether they learn our rights or not, they break their oath whenever they even try to not obey them. Yeah, Melanie, he doesn't care anything about the oath that he took. Nothing at all. Nothing. But I wanted to show y'all some. Where was it? All right, I'm gonna just continue playing the video while I find. But what I want to show y'all was the structure of the city.
Hi, Doc. You too.
Let's see what he actually does throughout the day.
Well, y'all see what he do.
All right, easy question with an easy answer. Which of these backpacks would you buy based on comfort alone? You're gonna buy this one right here.
No. Find either backpack.
Me, this is like he's standing around looking at the computer, clicking stuff, pretending like he working.
Yeah, man. Carl is terrible.
Hello.
All right, y'all. So, y'all know what happened after that. He wasn't really doing anything. And yeah, so let me share my screen again. And that's what we're going to do. So here we go. It's city council, I guess. This is the municipal buildings. Uh, you got the chair. I wonder if they care. You got all the information right here. I'm definitely going to be reaching out. Because Mercado is obviously going to cost the city a lot of money. Imagine the people who actually just want to go and get a lawsuit. They can go right there and know Mercado is going to act crazy and boom, easy money. We're going to put mission, member map. What's that? So I'm just going through the website with y'all, see what's on here. I don't know what's going on. It's taking too long. See what they got on agendas. Yeah. So when Mercado tried to trespass me from that municipal building, like y'all saw later on, which I don't believe that's I don't think that's legitimate. But anyway, he just doesn't want me, for one, having access to the building, just because he's a tyrant. But also, he knows that that's where a lot of other people that I would need to get in touch with is. So he doesn't want me to be able to go and reach them. But we're gonna address it. Um, we're going in the public records. Oh, we have to make a public records request. So we're not gonna make that request right now, but we will make that request. Then that's where you do it. Let me check the stream. Let me check the chat. Where we at? GGA, what's up, man? The evidence violated rights is all over YouTube. The FBI has their work cut out for them because on their site, protecting civil rights is supposedly their top priority. Well, let's see, because they should have been took action. Do it in person. Yeah, you want to do it in person, but everybody can't do it in person. But it would be good if anybody could do it in person. But obviously I'm not in the area. Well, not obviously, but I'm not in the area right now. Oh man, what I'm trying to find is that structural mayor's office, stay involved, public meetings, city budget, performance, government, or city clerk, mayor's office. Maybe it's here. Um, do y'all know where I would find that city chart? I wonder if maybe I took a screenshot of it. Yeah, I think I took a screenshot. Let me go check out. See if I took that screenshot. Um, Hold on. Let me see y'all. Y'all give me a second. Yeah, here we go. All right. So y'all give me a minute. Let me get back to it. What is y'all doing? All right. So let me see if I can share. Um, I think I'm gonna have to just do my whole screen. So I gotta exit some of this stuff out. It's too cluttered. Okay. Let me get all this stuff out the way. Y'all hold on. I just wanna show this chart. This their chart now. And we're gonna talk about the irony of this. The irony. Can I share my entire video? There we go. All right, the irony, y'all. So hopefully y'all can see, but come on. Where does it say the public is on this chart, y'all? Where? Mayor Jane Castro transforming Tampa's tomorrow. This is the city structure and how it's supposed to be ran. So the public's on top. Now, when I walked into that building, was the public on top? So this is something that I'm gonna go ahead and send with the, all the emails and stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and send them this because I don't believe that I was treated like this chart suggests that I should be. Could y'all see that? All right, Holler. But yeah, could y'all see that? Could y'all see that chart? Because I couldn't see myself while I was showing it. Well, not myself, but I couldn't see the chat or nothing. But y'all saw that chart, right? That I just was sharing. Everyone needs the reminder. Yeah, that's why. So y'all did see it. So yeah, that's I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I send that with everything that I write that I sent to them as well, because it's absolutely ridiculous what we go through. Look, unbelievable. And then y'all remember, so after that situation, I went to police station. You know, like I think it was maybe a few days later or the next week, and went to the police department first, talked to the chief of police, talked to the sergeant again. The sergeant on camera while I was live said, "Go, everything's good. Go do your thing. You won't, you shouldn't have no problems." Soon as I get there, less than 2 minutes, I was trespassed for not breaking the law, uh, because I hurt an incompetent rogue officer's ego. What? What? In what world does anyone think that's okay? Or it's like, come on. Okay. You have a screen, you have to screenshot it and enlarge it. That chart needs to be plastered on it. Hold on. That Let me see if I can I'm gonna maybe I'm gonna try to email it to myself. Pull it up on my email. That might work. All right, y'all give me a second. Let me see if I can. Or if anybody wants to see the chart, Karen, I can email it to you. Not yeah, I can just email it to you. Cause we're just trying to do it right now. But yeah, this was absolutely, like I said, y'all see how exhausting dealing with those people is. I don't even want those tyrants, the incompetence that you deal with from HR. The only one up there who act like she had some sense was the lady who was behind the counter sitting down, in the video. Like, but even later on, she tried to act like, she wasn't playing it cool no more. Started acting like she didn't know what was going on too a little bit. But you know, what do y'all think about the HR manager? How do you think that, you know, what was y'all take on her? Maybe I'm just tripping. But from what I knew there was that she was closed off. She wasn't trying to hear nothing that I had to say, and that you know she you know didn't seem wasn't very friendly with the public at all. First thing she First thing she was saying was, "You're not gonna record me." She didn't say nothing to, you know. I came in late. Oh, Melanie, did you see the video, the premiere of the second half of the body cam footage? Karen said you correct about her. You know, she like it was pretty like, you know, and it wasn't. The thing was, it's like it was just crazy. Y'all see what was happening. It was, and you think she's the manager acting like that, the manager. So we're gonna FOIA request, see how much she get paid to act like that towards the public and be incompetent. Because remember, I told her what I was 3 times in a row, and she still couldn't process it. Like that's what we're dealing with. But the reason she couldn't process it is either she's incompetent or my appearance, you know, my appearance might have threw her off. I notice sometimes when I deal with uh, different people that my appearance throws them off a little bit. But yeah, she didn't seem very friendly with the public at all. She was, I couldn't believe she was trying to make it seem like like what I was saying wasn't understandable. Like I'm being very clear. What's going on with you? I must have. I look for it. Yeah, Melanie. Check it out. It we actually it's just more frustration. You know, even now it makes me upset to watch. Like I laugh in it because it's so bad that it's, it's comedy at this point. Yeah, people are very delicate when it comes to appearances. Apparently, yeah. You know, once they, you know, I don't know what it is, but it's like, oh, now now you can't hear, you don't understand the word that's coming out of my mouth, and I'm being very clear. It's not like, okay, I can see if I wasn't being, what's the word, like if I wasn't coherent, or I was, speaking too fast or speaking too slow. It's like, no, I told you 3 times in a row normally. And then before that, I still told you when I first got there. And, you can't make it more clear if you already made it clear. I used to work like yours. One day by day, they'll be pleasant while on the clock. Yeah, it in different places it's definitely works, and it has been working. Like those 2 courthouses that I went to in Miami, uh, Aventura, the medical examiner. Remember, they did do a lot of cosplaying too, but that sheriff there also agreed with me 100% as well. So y'all gotta remember that too. I just remembered it. Yeah, he agreed with me 100% as well. He didn't use my video for training because it wasn't out yet, but yeah, yeah, man. If You know, people say, "Oh, you doing this for that." You know, if we will be in better if this thing of I think people just made it like a thing. Going out and recording in public, it's just that. I mean, you're just recording in public. You can call it the reason we call it, or the reason it becomes, or what makes it an audit, is that you are directly looking to see if you're directly looking to see if the public employees are working and doing what they are supposed to do, because it's the people's duty to check up on them. But they don't, it's like I don't know when they forgot that or when that got, I think, with 911, you know, they used that was another thing that really buckled down on security, and then we had the latest one with, you know, with the CVID. uh that was another thing to for them to implement more barriers. Now it's just now the barriers are, you can't go any part of the building unless they buzz you somewhere or this and that. Why? They're building themselves away from the public, and then they want to say, "Oh, this day and age," and well, what's been going on here uh, is really not an excuse, because there are ways to deal with that. Like, okay, I'm not, there are ways to deal with it. I'm not going to say too much, but there are ways to deal with it without violating the people. Ways to do it without violating the people. Before 1 a government had no reason to be pleasant. Zero competition, and an uneducated public let them get lazy and mean. Exactly. Now they feel like, you know, yeah, they forgot who employed them, because they think it's the government. Like, we got to know that, like when Ricardo says the city of Tampa owns it, and over again he says that. I'm like, do you even know what the do you know what the city of Tampa is? Like, that's not just that's not a creature or something. That's a collection of people who live in Tampa. That's Tampa City. That's who owns it. The people who live there, who funded it. He thinks that's separate from the people. Like, the people ain't funded to. I don't know if he thinks that, or that's the way that's how his that's the level of incompetence we dealing with. Hey, what's up, Corvette girl? Yeah, man. I don't know. It, all I know is that something needs to be done about Mercado. That and now that I'm looking at it too, I want to find out more about the HR manager, and because I don't feel like she is in a position to deal with the public, or she has the skills to deal with public. Because our interaction was horrible. Y'all see, she wasn't, no, she wasn't trying to help me. She wouldn't even listen to what I was saying. He said, yeah, that's what they said. That's what they, man, that's how they act. They act like it's a real entity, like the city of Tampa. Like, what do you mean? He just kept saying it, like city of Tampa owns it. Like, do you even know what you're talking about? Of course, the city of Tampa owns it, which means exactly what I've been saying this whole time. But he's too incompetent to register. Needs customer service training. And I don't even like calling it customer service training because they keep treating us like they in a they at the point where they just treat us like customers. They even call us customers. The government should not be calling us customers, man. They're supposed to be there to serve us. Yeah, I'm not. I took a guess on the spelling of her name, so I don't know if that's why I put the star on it at the end because I wasn't all the way sure. I don't know if that's a CHAR or KAR. I don't know. I ain't really know. But yeah, man. What time is it everywhere? I'm kind of hungry. I should got something to eat. I'm gonna have to go to 7-Eleven real quick. Good point. I was thinking that was the company who provided the training would be, but the training, that's what the company who provided the training would be called. Yeah, man. 11 a.m. I need to go in a minute. All right, Karen. I'm not gonna be on too much longer. I've been saying this AWB, the amount of training help can help a piece of shit person. Yeah, that's why Mercado is beyond training. He is he incompetent. That means by him being incompetent, training is not gonna work on that. It's not, you know, he needs to be out of there. He doesn't listen. He doesn't listen to the sergeant because he don't respect the sergeant. He just think he could do what he want. Now, who he is gonna have to respect is the chief. So that's why I should have took it up with prior, but I didn't know their whole structure yet. I was still learning. So if I knew this, like, you know, I wasn't sure who was at the top. I didn't know if lieutenant, chief, sergeant. I didn't really know the rankings until you know later. So when right then I could have went. Well, I did talk to the chief, and he told me I wish I would have had that footage when I was talking to the chief and told him what I was doing. He act like he supported it too, but he vanished and didn't show up. So I'm gonna call back and see what happened then. But y'all know it's a lot of, it's Tampa is Melanie says 2:30 Eastern. They need to be trained good company so they don't waste time and our money. Exactly. Yeah, because he's gonna cost. Uh, and even like I just couldn't imagine how he just treat people on a regular. Like if anybody who upsets him in any type of way, that's how he reacts to them. He'll violate their rights and he'll do it just because he don't like something. Like come on, or he thinks he thinks he's right when he's wrong and doesn't. It's crazy for how long he has he been doing that. But yeah, I'm saying so most doesn't have to just be doesn't have to just be one person addressing it. This is the mayor, Jane Castro. She worked to reduce major crimes by 70% citywide. How? 70% is a lot. So is does that just mean she turned her police force into the military? We don't know. We don't know. But we can find out. I wonder if she would be this smiley uh, once somebody hurts her feelings. Or is she going by her feelings? We don't know, but we know that a lot of people in these positions don't have the public's best interest in mind. They have their feelings in mind. Where's the visitors? They call us visitors in our own building. Why not call us taxpayers? Hey, you gonna call us visitors? Like we not contributing? I think all of that is like, you know, things to work on the mental as well. Well, you don't mind being referred to as visitors and don't see any issue with that. Well, when we treat you like a visitor, you won't have any issue with that as well. But we shouldn't feel like visitors when we are going into pub, public spaces that we contribute to. Yeah, yeah. Anything y'all want to look into? Mitchell said, "My main black guy." What's up, man? The only way to really do the only way to really do that would be to abolish some unconstitutional laws. Yeah. you know, they don't care about the Constitution, and they keep. Listen, remember Mercado in the video. When Melanie, when you watch the video, you're gonna come to a point where Mercado being we're down in the lobby and there's a sign that says you got to sign in or something to whatever. I said, and I'm pointing out they got unconstitutional signs. He says it's not an unconstitutional sign. I walk over and point to where there's not a law attached to the sign. He says, and I says no law to it. And he says that's because it's not a law; it's a policy. Yeah, an unlawful policy. What do you? I just he, man, you got to watch it. I can't believe how his mind works. I don't even call that working. His mind doesn't even work. Yep, they do it just to feel important, but they never study real American law, upholds such as our Bill of Rights. Man, it amazes me that they don't know the First Amendment. It's the first one. How can you not know the first one? It's the first one. We ain't even get to second or third or fourth one or fifth. You don't even know the first one. You trying to violate the first one we got. Golly. Hey, what's up, Ganger? But yeah. So y'all let me know y'all got any questions or you know y'all wanna anything y'all want me to get into. But I really just want to know y'all. I want to watch this video uh, live with y'all because I missed the premiere, and I really want to be there for that premiere. But that's why I did this live. I wanted to, you know, watch it with y'all. So ended up doing that. Went over to the Tampa website, showed their city structure that showed the public on top, but we see that they don't treat the people like we're on top, you know, so it's terrible. So based on what y'all seen in these latest videos, do they treat the public like they're on top of the structure of the city? Or do they treat them like they're on the bottom? Yeah, they get reported as mixed. I don't know what they got going on. But yeah, y'all. So I'm about to get up out of here. You know, it is uh, one too early in the morning, and yeah. So AWB, I'm out. I appreciate y'all. Y'all check out this latest video, and you know, let me know what y'all think because it's ridiculous. It's time. Uh, exactly, Melanie. It's so we can't have that. So, all right. Thank you, Karen. Yeah. So, you know, AWB, I'm out, y'all. I appreciate y'all for joining me and, you know, being there in this fight because we all are in it together.